What is up, everybody? This is Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 7 Finale Complete Recap. We're going to talk about some stuff from last week. We're going to talk about some predictions and just hang out for a little bit as we transition into Season number 8. So it's a little bit of a debriefing segment, I guess. So we're going to talk a little bit about any new stuff that's came up over the last couple days, and then next week we'll go full steam ahead into our predictions and what we think is going to happen. So just want to keep the group together a little bit and talk about some stuff, and plus some people are a little bit delayed. They're just watching the season finale today, so they'll be able to watch this and get a little bit of our recaps. I see a lot of the regulars in the house, so what's up? Give a few shout outs going on. What's up, Banjo Bandit, Moody Girl, Sam Storm, Kentucky Pricer, The Chronic, Diane Estes, Kel says Smile, Jacob, Kreiner, Tara B, or Tina B, sorry Tina. I just messed up your name, and a few more people jumping in chat. So thanks to all of you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys making the effort as we discuss a little bit more of The Walking Dead. So I posted a few videos today. There's some hidden clues out there. There is, we talked a little bit about Sasha, a little bit about Shiva. So I guess the first thing, one of the clues that was just kind of baffling me for a little while, I'll get to a few of your questions, we'll set up some ground rules in a little bit, was that red umbrella. So I saw this dude walking in, he's one of the scavengers, I'm thinking, what is going on with this red umbrella? And then when Daryl looked down and I saw the gate was locked, and I realized, okay, it makes a little bit of sense. So they did throw a few things out there. So thanks to all of you guys for being here. Really, really appreciate it. The 999 Army is growing. Full effect. So I see Emmy Bacon welcoming the 999 Army. I see Shanny D, Lisa G, Kelly G. Got a lot of D's and G's going on. So let me go ahead. We got several new people, at least a couple that I see in here. So if you guys could slap the like button, please, like Moody Girl just says. Iron that like button. Do it, do it, do it. And what else we got going on? So just an announcement. I know Moody Girl and Bree have been running the 999 Army Walking Dead fan page. So I appreciate all the work they're doing with that. If you guys are interested, when this video goes live, they can leave a link in the comments. So up to 58, 60 people, something like that. So a lot of good interactions, a lot of posting going on. So appreciate all the feedback and everything that you guys are doing. Really growing the Facebook page. A couple other things that we have going on. Obviously, you guys know about the YouTube channel because you're all here and are all subscribers. So I appreciate all you guys being here. And then, of course, that's right, Kill Stewart. That's a combination of Killshot and Martha Stewart. Baking those cookies, baby. I am baking those cookies. You better believe it. So we will also talk a little bit about social networking. You guys can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/Killshot, Kilzhot, or 999gamed, Gamed. So check that out as well, because we're going to be doing this stuff all through the spring and all through the summer. So a few of the people that are regulars, start typing your questions. A few people that are new, here's the way it works. I'm just kind of driving the boat. You guys will leave the questions, and if you don't want your question to be mentioned in a video on YouTube, don't ask it, because if you type it, I'm liable to read it. So it's open season. Devin6 already Lucille'd that like button. John Schlimmer says, finally made it. Watch your channel all the time. Great job. First time here. So appreciate it, John. Thanks for being part of the 999 Army. Appreciate everything that you guys do. Shanny, are you guys okay? I heard there was some weather down in Georgia, like, was it tornadoes or something hitting down there? I mean, I guess you're okay because you're obviously on the chat. But I think there was a little bit of some weather going on down in that neighborhood. And what else? Jen says, I didn't get a link or didn't see a link to donate. There's a couple things. So I don't want to monopolize the whole chat with social networking, but there's two things you can do. There's a super chat button down at the bottom. So if you do happen to hit that and you make a donation, it's going to freeze my page, and we're going to talk about whatever question you come up with. I'm going to try to get to most of your questions anyway, but if you want something, it'll kind of hold it on the screen, and, you know, of course, it'll pay me money as well. But there's also a Patreon site, too, that you guys can go to, and that's like a monthly membership, and there'll be different posts. You know, it just may be random stuff. Could be spoilers a day or two early before I release them on YouTube. Could be the restaurant I ate at, which I posted something last week. Boring stuff to most people. Or it could be my little pet tiger, which I posted exclusively on Patreon. So that's my little mini Shiva. I put a picture of that. I'll be posting it maybe on the Facebook page one day. There'll be some more things. But it's a little tiger, and man, he's pretty active. He loves to jump. And his name's not Shiva, by the way. but he kind of looks like Shiva. He's a little feline. He's a powerful little dude. So that's a little bit of that. So Jen, I will at the end of this video also put a link to that, and it's on the 999 Army page as well too. I think Moody Girl posted the Patreon site. So you'll see a lot more during the summer because honestly, when I'm out a little bit more, we're going to be doing, just videos and pictures and all that stuff. So what's up, Tommy Mac? Good to see you as well. So let's get to some Walking Dead stuff. So we'll Steph Richardson says, I know the show doesn't follow the comics. How do you think they would kill off? Oh man. So here's the other thing, and we will transition some of these streams. So on Wednesday nights, because the show's not on anymore, we're going to be talking a little bit about Walking Dead. We will talk a little bit about the comics as well. If you guys follow my channel, you know that I am reading right along. I finished issue number 48, which is the last issue of Made to Suffer, and it was unbelievable. So this is a spoiler channel, so we'll talk about spoilers. But I was reading that today, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they killed so many people in one issue of the comics. And the way those people died just completely blew my mind. So I don't know if, Steph, I don't know if they're going to kill off Judith on the TV show. There's a lot of differences that we've already seen in the first 48 issues between the TV show and the comic book. So I don't believe that whole, it follows the comic storyline. I think there are some things that they do go with, like Spencer, having guts. But I do think, I did a little bit of research, so I did find out how Shiva dies in the comic. But I think it's going to be different on the TV show. Yeah, the comics is pretty intense. I got several messages. Steph was one of the people left me. She's like, I'm at work, and reading this stuff. Kills, why'd you leave this sad comic book? Just had to read it. So many people were pushing to get that issue, and I heard it was just one of the best issues that's out there. I did not. Kelsey Waffle said, did you see Carrie Payton's tweet about showing Shiva's picture of bad guys? Oh, I did that. Yeah, that's actually, somebody posted that on the 999 Army site. So that's one thing. If you guys are a member of the 999 Army, you'll get some of the memes and stuff really, really early when they come out. Sharon, are you going to follow Fear the Walking Dead? Well, let me do this. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. So we've got 100 or so people already in here. We're going to be up to 100 likes very soon if all you guys slap the like button. What are your thoughts? If you guys want me to do Fear the Walking Dead, I'll do it. I'm directing this channel in the way that my subscribers and my viewers really want. The comics was something you guys suggested. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and it's been successful. The video gameplay, people want to see pack openings and some different things as well. And so if you guys want to see Fear, just throw a 999 up there. If you don't want to see Fear the Walking Dead reviews or me to cover that, put a 111 in chat. So that way I'll see, and I'll give the unofficial, here comes the unofficial 999 survey. So we'll see how many people want Fear and how many people don't. And Lindsay Luke, I like that question, Lindsay, so we're going to get that 1 second. And I will, yeah, see, there's people saying like, no, don't like Fear, can't do Fear, can't do it, yes, no, no Fear. Do you watch WWE 999? So, it's split. I figured, if you guys look through, the unofficial count here it's 50-50. A lot of people are saying don't. Not worth it. So, I'll tell you what, this is what we'll do. Let's let a few more people vote. You know what? It's probably looking 60% no, 40% yes. See, there's a lot more no's. A lot of people don't want it. Fear is no good. Don't do it. Preacher I like. I definitely like Preacher. So here's what I'll do. Just because there are people that do want to see it, and obviously everybody doesn't have to watch it. I'll do the first episode. We'll do a live stream. We'll talk about it. We'll either promote it and talk about it, or we'll get together and talk about how silly and how goofy and how we didn't like it. So I'll do the first episode. If it's a bomb, then we'll stay away from it. Fair enough? I think that's reasonable. Preacher, I may get back into that. So maybe I'll do Preacher and then one episode of Fear, and we'll see how it goes. So we'll get back to that in 1 second. I thought this was a really good question, and I'll ask each of you the question, and then I'll answer it. So we'll do a little bit of, what do you guys think? So Lindsay Luke asked a question a second ago, and it said, kills, a little bit off topic, but in a real live zombie apocalypse, what 3 things would you miss? So I'm going to ask that to all of you. There'll be a little bit of a pause there. So it's decided. I know some people don't. If you don't want to follow Fear, don't watch. I'll try to keep it as entertaining as possible. But believe me, if I do a live stream and I'm not entertained by it, then I can't motivate you guys to get into it. So we'll stop it right off the bat. If they do come out and they change it up a little bit and make it somewhat interesting, we'll talk about it. So, but Preacher, I'm definitely putting that down on the list because there seems to be a lot of Preacher fans. And Game of Thrones, we'll get back to that in a little bit. We'll talk about that. Remind me by the end of this video to touch on that. So Fear it is, Teresa. I mean, the question was directed at me, like which 3 things? Oh, look at that. You know what, Ray Peterson, you just became one of my favorite subscribers by that comment. Julie says she'd miss weed. Ray Peterson said, I would miss your videos. I mean, that's the best comment. Is that 1, 2, and 3? Oh, look at Gav Place. I just got my 2 favorite subscribers right there. I can be bribed. All you have to do is compliment me, and I melt. I melt like a snow cone. I melt like a popsicle on a hot summer day. Sin Miller says cell phone, pizza delivery, and soap. Sin Miller doesn't say anything about missing kill shot videos. Okay. Emmy Bacon says shower, food, and whiskey. Emmy Bacon doesn't say anything about missing kill shot videos either. Okay. Huh. I'm not that offended. So, okay, I'm giving you guys a hard time. Hey, I do like there comes some 909 fans. So what would I miss? It's a tough question. Wow, you caught me on the spot with this. I think I would miss eating out at nice restaurants. That would probably be one. I really like to eat out. Number 2. Tommy, you have alcohol and weed. You don't. Look, if you watch Telltale, The Walking Dead Season 3, they were smoking weed, so obviously they have that. And if you watch, they have plenty of alcohol, so how could you miss those things? They're there. There you go. See, I got the sympathy because Carol McFry says I would miss kills. Michelle, I'm only on number 1. And because Michelle goes, he won't miss us. He won't miss us. I didn't even get to that. First of all, I wouldn't miss all of you because we would probably have our own 999 army. So why would I miss you? I would be Rick Grimes in that thing. Because it's not about us anymore. We'd find a way to survive. So I would miss restaurants, certain restaurants. I'd probably miss casino. I love hanging out at the casino. But if we had enough people, we could probably just make our own roulette table. We could find something to do. And number 3. Yeah, it'd have to be television. It'd have to be something like no, you know what? It'd be my games. It'd be iPad games, something along those lines. I've always been a hardcore gamer, so I'd have to have some type of system hooked up. Michelle, I would only Lucille you if you broke the rules, because there are rules. So if you did something outside the bounds, yeah, we would have to Lucille you. Let's think of some punishment though. I mean, what could you possibly do to offend our group, our 999 army? If it was all of us and Michelle Yang was there, what would be a rule that she would break that would make us want to Lucille her? Probably having some type of iPod like Sasha and playing some Got 7 or something. You'd probably have that music jacked up and we'd have to Lucille you just to get rid of it. We'd probably be swinging for the iPod, and we'd probably just hit you along the way. Be like two birds in one stone. Small sacrifice. Carmen Trant says, Kills, come to Niagara Falls. Love our casino. I've never been to a casino in Niagara Falls. So, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. So if you guys were, let's throw this out there, kind of a game of scruples. If you guys were running the zombie apocalypse, honestly, be honest right now, because you've seen everything Rick went through. Would you run your outfit like Negan, or would you run your outfit like Rick? So I'm not saying you have to. Can you ban? First of all, this guy. First of all, this guy, the meme king. First of all, you can't spell your racist slur, so you're a complete idiot. Second of all, you're a complete idiot. So can you just get that idiot out of the stream and just ban him? Oh man, what a loser. Nothing worse than a racist that can't even spell. Okay, I'm back on track here. So George Morris said, see, this is what I was looking for. A lot of people would run their outfit like Negan. And keep in mind, I'm going to ask you some questions. Because I'm going to call on a few people, and I'm going to pick kind of, let's see, kills, Lucille people who unsub. I would. That's pickle, bruh. Let's see, LT Corbin, let's see. Okay, let's take the whole Lucilleing people out of the equation. One thing that is good about the Sanctuary, they do survive, they do have points, and they eat pretty well. So, I don't know, just a question I want to throw out there. I just want to see where everybody sort of stood. There's some things I don't like about the way Rick runs his operation, that's for sure. I mean, he's not prepared. Let's see, Northside Queen says, like Rick, Negan has too many rules. Oh man, wow, you guys are just putting some deep questions in tonight. We're doing a Walking Dead recap, so Clemson Fan 96 says, Kills, would you take a life to save a life in the apocalypse? You're asking me a Morgan question. Everything is, everything's situational. It's tough. It might have been, you know, Beniam says I would run it like Dale. Somebody's going to run it like the governor. Wow, you're just way out there now. Let's see. I would be the only... Tommy McCandless said I would be the only man in Oceanside. That wouldn't be a bad operation. That wouldn't be a bad deal, I guess. Until Negan shows up and finds out you're the only man in Oceanside. Then you wouldn't last very long. You know, LT Corbin says Jade is talking to Negan about 12 to 10 garbage. You know, it wouldn't shock me if they were cannibals. But I am interested to see what she needs 10 or 12 human resources for? Yeah, that's too deep of a question. I can't really answer that. I mean, I think most of us have that survival instinct when we got to have it. Amber says, Tommy, Oceanside doesn't need you. Yeah, Lindsay says to save your family, obviously, you do whatever, you have that killer instinct. I think everybody has it. I got you, Tyler. Tyler says he would miss me, Trev, and Ronnie. In that order, Tyler? It's okay. What's up, Larma? Anime says, Kills, what are you looking forward to this season? I'm looking forward to about May, when the spoilers and the predictions really start to heat up for next season. Obviously there was so much drama around last season, and we're doing videos and just so much speculation out there. It's a little less speculation this time, and I don't feel the buzz is there quite like it was before, but I do think it'll ramp up in a hurry because I think there's a good story that's going to be told, and I also think that they're going to be a little less spread out. Now that we saw them all sort of grouped together, the story will flow a little bit better. There'll be less of those what kind of felt like filler episodes. If you guys are new to the stream, this is the way it works. This is YouTube radio. So there's not going to be a whole lot of fancy images. Of course, we got a picture of Daryl Dixon up there. What else do you need? That's all the fancy image that you need. And basically what we do here is we talk about Walking Dead episodes. Sometimes we get off topic and we talk about other things. Like one of the questions was asked a little bit ago, will I do Game of Thrones? I'd have to do a whole lot of binge watching and really, really catch up. So I don't see that happening within the next couple months. Give me a couple months just to see if I can get caught up, and then we'll check and see how it goes. Yeah, and I'll go back to the question a little bit. So when I said kind of rule like Negan, I don't mean as Negan. There, you can certainly have rules, but he's a little bit of a psychopath. I mean, the way he had the rule, he killed Abraham. In most cases, that would have been enough. You pack it up. You say, all right, guys, you took a few of ours. We killed you. He killed Abraham, and he took the bloody bat, and he put it in Rosita's face. So he provoked her, and then he provoked Daryl, and then just for good measure, he went over and beat Glenn. Unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. And then, in episode 16, I get it. He thinks he's going to have to kill somebody. But it's the whole speech that really irks me about Negan. And as much as I like his character, and I like that he needs to be that way, it's the, maybe you don't think I'm the person that was capable of killing your friends. Maybe I'm just a guy that made your boy spaghetti. As funny as that is, you realize how crazy he is when he's saying that. And that's not a fear tactic. It's a gloating, it's a arrogance to him. So I think if you did decide whether you're going to rule like Rick or rule like Negan, you could rule like Negan but not be Negan, where you could have guidelines. You don't need to throw your doctor in the furnace. I mean, people are going to betray you. What happens when people betray you? Well, you create an operation or a section of your group that's always looking out for that type of thing. You just don't throw people in furnaces and beat them down with a bat. Sharon Doble says, what are the scavengers going to do? Well, the first thing we need to do is find out what they need those 10 or 12 people for. Once we find that out, if they truly are like a cannibalistic group, or who knows, when we find out or have an idea what they're doing with that, then we'll know a little bit more about them. Joseph Witten says, what do you think about Gregory leaving the Hilltop? What's he going to do? Well, I mean, he's clearly on his way to the sanctuary. Now, maybe he comes back and somebody realizes he went. Not sure. Yep, it's true. It's true. IROC6 says, and why didn't Heath come back yet? Well, Heath was taken. Heath did not voluntarily leave. Remember, there was the PPP and also his broken glasses. So we know that Heath was taken against his will. Oh, here's a good question. And I will ask all of this to you. This is great. So OJC Reacts says, what kind of death do you think would be best fitting for Daryl? Oh boy. You just upset all the women in the stream. So I'm going to ask all of you. If you were a writer for Walking Dead and you had to write an episode to kill Daryl, what are you going to do? What's up, Alex Donnelly? I'm waiting on a couple things to catch up here, so none. Kathy's like, I ain't killing him. Moody Girl's like, not Daryl. None. Come on. Think about it. If Daryl had to go, oh, you guys would have no time coming up with a death for Rosita. Matt Dave says, Blaze of Glory. Oh, shut your mouths. All right, you know what? If you guys aren't going to come up with something, I'll come up with an epic death for Daryl. I'll just write it myself. Of course everybody's going to riot. Shooting with a sniper. That's Gav. I'm waiting for the first female that's going to actually type a way to kill Daryl. Because I've gotten like about 50, no, I refuse to answer the question, Daryl can never die. Somebody's going to step up. There you go. Jen says, maybe he gets hit with a crossbow. Kathy says, he'll go out as an old man protecting Judy. She's going to keep him alive for like 20 seasons. There we go. No death for Daryl. Yeah, Gregory is a coward. It's funny. IROC6 says, maybe a crucifixion. Well, at least we got the creativity. I mean, I guess the only thing I can think of, the only way the writer's going to get past this is maybe like a whole flock of angels just come down, you know, like maybe from Preacher. And they pick him up and they're ascending him like to heaven, and then one of them drops him, and then I guess he dies by a really, really long fall. I mean, that's the only way I could kill Daryl off. Otherwise, I guess he is immortal. All right, let's get a few more hypotheticals, and we'll roll into some predictions and also just a little bit of a recap. So I'm trying to think of a couple more hidden clues that I thought were really good from today's video. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out the channel, as I said before, I posted 3 new YouTube videos today. Well, 4 including the comic book readings. Pretty busy day for me. Normally it's 1 or 2. So I was hard at work. If you guys could check those out, make sure you definitely give those a thumbs up and leave some comments on them. I know, we have a lot of live stream comments here, so there's a lot of interaction, but man, when these videos go live, I need you guys over there just sort of thinking about it a little bit. So your input, your insight really helps me push me along, gives me some really good ideas at times too. One of the things I thought as far as the season finale, the bomb was very, very interesting the way all that played out, because so many things happened in that short period of time. You could kind of see it boiling up. And how many of you thought that Eugene was getting ready to get blown to smithereens when Rosita had that detonator in her hand? And then when Tamiel was smoking that cigar, the first thing I'm watching, I'm like, that's very, very odd. They're up to something. I'm going to have to read some of these comments that are being posted to other people's comments. That's what gets me behind. If I jump around from topic to topic, sometimes I'm like reading someone's comments and then I'll see like, oh, I agree with you, Moody. And I'm trying to figure out like what the initial comment was. It's hard. It's hard. Let's see. Do they still have the bomb? You know, I guess they do. I didn't see, I don't, what's a good question? I don't think they packed it up. Yeah, these scavengers might be a little bit underestimated too. Now, I don't think they were the best of shots. All right, so I tell you what we'll do to make this a little bit entertaining. And you guys can leave your questions, but we'll play a little game of why didn't they? I just made the game up. So there's no rules to it. It's just something that popped in my head. But anyway, we got a lot of people, so play along. And you can ask your own question. So first question I'm going to ask you, why didn't Shiva eat Negan? She pounced. What was it about the dude in the hoodie that made her want to attack him? And you can leave your serious thoughts. You can leave why the writers did that. You can leave your humorous thoughts, whatever the case may be. But there will be a little bit of a pause in this because there is a 15-second delay. YouTube likes to make sure that I keep it legit. So they do that on the streams. But I'll be reading some of your answers to these questions. Big Daddy, they were definitely double-crossing. Attacking the first person she saw. Okay, I'll give you that. And that's a Clemson Tiger fan. So you know what, Clemson? I'm going to listen to you because you obviously know a thing or two about Tigers. Dogs hate... Oh, I like that. Chronic. Because he had his face covered. Good answer. That's a good answer. I can go with that. Dude smelled like vegetables. True, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if tigers are vegetarians. I see where somebody went with that. I'm not reading that comment though. Yeah. Turbinate bug because she needed to distract him so we'd have a story. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Shiva doesn't want to eat a psychopath. That's Jen. True. More storyline. Okay, so all right, we'll go to another one. Question number 2. And hopefully you guys seen some of the stills that I put. Why didn't they? The tiger jumps and eats the vegetable guy. Negan is falling backwards. Rick and Carl are still right there. Simon pulls out his gun. And, well, obviously Dwight didn't want to shoot because Dwight was just sort of there against his will. But Rick and Carl were like literally 4 feet away from Simon. So why didn't Simon shoot Rick or Carl? Hey, I'm a fan of the show. So I have to get into the whole zombie apocalypse mode. But, you know, every once in a while we'll do a live stream and we'll just talk about a couple things that might have been a little bit, could have been done differently. And Miller says he had kitty treats in his pocket. That was a bad time to have kitty treats in his pocket. Michelle says Shiva's stupid. Well, hey, there's a lot of Shiva fans in here. But it was funny. All right, so yeah, we got the next one. It smelled like cinnamon. Simon could have been distracted. Yeah, he could have been. Yeah, that's a good answer. He was distracted by that tiger. He was scared of the tiger and went into panic mode. Yeah, to me that's a little bit more believable. He was, hey Tommy. Yeah, Simon was so shocked he was ready to get out of there and change his pants. Catnip in his pocket. All right, let's move on to one more question, and then we'll get back to some of the other stuff. So clearly, there were several really comical lines in here, even though it was a serious episode at times. So Jadis telling Rick that she wanted to lay with him. So do you think that was part of her game? Because, I mean, she didn't know what Negan was going to do, so she would have been, in theory, if things would have played out the way they were supposed to, she would have been laying with Rick with missing two hands, so he wouldn't have been able to hold hands with her. Had a difficult time cuddling as well. But she did say something along the lines of, maybe there's another way. So do you think that she was just kind of saying that to Rick to throw him off? That she had no plans with that? Or did she really think that they were going to surrender and that she'd get some one-on-one time with Slick Rick? So leave your thoughts and comments to that. I saw Crystal sneak in the house. What's up, Crystal? It was his beard. So we got, she wanted to make Michonne jealous. Hey, we got to talk about it. Vonda Martin says to throw him off. Kel says, Smile says, I don't think she wanted his hands. Must have been the beard. Distraction to make them think they were cool with each other. Jadis thought Michonne was going to die. Good answer. Good stuff. So we're going to go to another question here, and yep, all good answers. Chronic just asked, Kills, who is your favorite savior? So I think that's a fair enough question for me to ask all of you. So who's your favorite savior? And the answer cannot be none. We're going to rule that out because, you know, earlier we say, how would Daryl die? No, we got too many nuns. Pick a savior. Who's your favorite savior? And then we're going to get into a little bit of recap. And OJC says, hit it and quit it. That's what I want you to do to the like button, OJC. I want you to hit that like button. Jen, we'll get into the whispers in 1 second. Moody Girl says Dwight, Gavin, Simon. A lot of people like Simon. Oh, well, and the Negan fans coming out. Dwight boy. A lot of Simons up there. Fat Joey, that's what I'm talking about. Fat Joey's getting some love. Sherry. Yeah, Sherry was one of my favorite saviors, too. Gavin's got a surprising lot of fans. That little moment of sympathy he showed to when Benjamin died. Yeah, Gavin has some possibilities, but at this point, Gavin just doesn't want to be stressed. That's what he said. He said, I took this job to avoid the stress. Oh, a couple people went Eugene. They are considering him full-scale savior at this point. Chris Hardwick isn't a savior. All right, let's transition a little bit. Leave your questions in there. Jen, you had a question about the Whispers. I don't remember the exact question, but I'm assuming it's when are we going to start to see stuff from them. I'm just going to speculate at this point. There won't be anything on the Whispers until the end of Season 8, but I do think there will be Easter eggs. There will be clues scattered throughout there, whether to be maybe Heath said on a stake or something along those lines. I don't know if Heath is going to come back. We may see a cameo appearance, and I think that wouldn't be a good thing to do, but that would be something that would say, hey, we know who took Heath now. And, I think you'll see bits and pieces of that by the mid-season, and then throughout the season, just a couple clues. That would be my thought. What is up, El Kukui? Tommy Mack says Killshot is his favorite savior. Yeah, I don't know if I would be a savior. I'd be, I think I'd be like Pete. I'm going to be a pirate. I'm going to be like Pete. I got the boat ready. Carol's going to go away for a couple years. And we'll see. Simon is, I would guess, Michelle, and say Simon is the favorite of a lot of people just because they like Trevor. They like Grand Theft Auto, and it just kind of carried over. I know, a couple people get a hold of YouTube videos and they say PPP is a code for whispering. At this point, they said, and this is from reliable sources, Gimple knows and he hasn't shared it. It's something that Gimple threw in there. So there's even people at the highest level that don't know the answer to that question. There's some speculating going on, but we just don't know. Oh, okay, I got you, Tommy. And Tommy, just made my heart stop. Tommy says, Killshot is my savior. Oh, I got you. I know where you're going with that. I'm blushing. Appreciate the love, my brother. Appreciate the love. Tommy McCandless telling people to Lucille that like button. And we got at least 20 people in here that have not Lucille'd a like button. I mean, I'm not keeping track, but I know who you are. So really quick as we get to a couple more questions, and Kel says, smile, what is your favorite Walking Dead quote? I don't know the exact quote, but I can tell you one of my favorite lines from The Walking Dead. I know a lot of people are going to come up with, I got sidetracked, so anyway, I'll get back to that in a second. But I just saw a good question, and I got to get on that question. Most of the quotes are going to come up are either going to be Negan or they're going to be Abraham, obviously. So there's so many good Negan lines that came out. I'll have to think about some of his, but I put those all in one bucket. Personally, my favorite line from the TV show ever was that speech that Shane gave to Rick. When and I'm ad-libbing here, so I don't know the exact thing. And he says, Rick, I'm better for Lori than you, man, because I'm a better father than you, man, and something along those lines. But it was typical Shane, and I just loved that, where he was like getting in his face a little bit. That's when Shane started getting into crazy mode. But that's kind of one of my favorite lines. And comparing the comic to the TV show of how much more Shane got in the TV show just shocked me, because I started reading the comic after the fact, and I'm like, oh, Shane's going to be epic. He made it through like 6 issues, and then he's dead. So, We just kicked up like 30 likes all of a sudden. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's some really good quotes coming in here, though. We are the Walking Dead. I mean, they have really, we're the ones who live. Used that quite a bit, even Michonne there at the end. So it is resonating with the group. That's a good question, though, favorite quote, and I'm going to think about it a little bit more. Beach ball lady nuts. Yeah. You could pick lots of Negan's. Pleasant as punch. I do have to say, though, I like I made your kid spaghetti. And because he's used that a couple times, so it's going to keep coming back up. Of like, I like that in the same tone that I like, what Shane said. It's kind of showing somebody you're doing more for somebody than they are. Good stuff. Good quotes, though. All right, really quick, while you guys are thinking of some quotes and typing some stuff, let me just give you a couple events, some things that we're going to continue to do. This is the Wednesday Walker edition. Going forward, chats and streams will probably be a little bit like this. We'll get some news. We'll talk about some things that are going on, some rumors that are out there, definitely. But it'll be casual. It'll be about the show. It'll probably be what-if scenarios. We'll plan it out a little bit more, but this is going to happen every Wednesday night. Bank on it. We'll be here, no doubt about it. And then Sunday mornings, I do a live stream called Chill with Kills. It's very casual. It's more casual than this, and it's gameplay. You never know what's liable to be said. We've talked about everything in there, from singing to pole dancing to foot reveals, you name it, it's been talked about. So that's 11 a.m. Most of you should be in church at that time, so I don't want to take you away from church and have you participate in something that may be kind of risque. It's not bad, but it is. We do walk the line a little bit with that. And then, of course, Sunday night, we're still going to be doing the Sunday spoilers, and that could take on a whole different element. It might be Sunday spoilers with Preacher, might be Sunday spoilers with Fear, might be Sunday spoilers continuing to talk about The Walking Dead, but it does give us a couple days in between Wednesday and Sunday. And then Monday. Monday is going to be random things. It can be whatever we decide to talk about. So if you guys just want to hang out, that's what we're going to do. And check out more stuff on the channel. There'll be video game stuff. There is probably be more video game stuff now that Walking Dead is down. And, there'll just be a little bit of whatever people are up to. I don't know. We might make that somewhat random. Hot diggity dog. And, I mean, that's kind of 999 in a nutshell. Or as Austin Powers would say, hey, help, I'm in a nutshell. So you never know what we're liable to talk about. I appreciate everything that you guys do. People that are new, just keep in mind, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a warning, and I'll start doing shout-outs. We're not there yet, but that's kind of the credits. You guys don't have to hang out for that if you don't want to, but I do like to, if you do want to, I do like to give credit back to everybody that's building this channel. So really, really successful stuff over the last year, and I think with all the people and all the events and things we got going on, it's just going to continue to grow. And also, those of you that are out there actively talking about 999 Gaming and sharing the information and sharing it with your groups, I really appreciate that. And that's where a lot of people that are in this chat have came from being referred by someone else. I just caught something. Shanny, what did I ignore you? Type it again if I did. It's really hard to keep up with multiple conversations, though. Yep. I just got something like, we're going to be ignored, yes we are, and then LOL. But I'm not ignoring you now, so if I was before, I finally caught up to you. There you go, I see it. Magic Kills Pole Dancing Mondays. That's what it was. Yeah. We don't do pole dancing on Monday. We do, pole dancing is for Sunday mornings. And there very well might have been a hangover or two included in that. It might have all started from a late night the night before. We are the 999 soldiers. That's kind of like We are the Walking Dead, I guess. Teresa, Kills can take me to church. Take me to church. Yeah, hey, you know what? I'll do that on Sunday. I'll see if I can get the lyrics for that. I am not ignoring anybody. What's up, Missy Ann? How you doing? DJ Flexmaster 79. Kills, didn't know if you responded to my net went. No, I didn't see. Dude, I've been so random with this chat. We've been all over the place. Christoph Muller Olsen, am I blocked? Should you be blocked, I guess is the question we will ask. Let me know if you should be blocked. Ray Peterson 999 in the house. So thank you. A couple more topics. What do we want to talk about? We got about 3 or 4 more minutes. Ezekiel's love interest. He's still got his eye on Carol a little bit. Michelle says Kills ignores us. That never happens. Lisa G is calling me Negan. Michelle, if you don't get the whole spotlight, you probably feel like you're ignored because, I think you're used to having that spotlight burn pretty brightly. And if I only call on you 3 or 4 times, it probably feels like it's not enough attention. I'll recognize you. You know what? I'm going to recognize you in the shout-outs at the end. I'll give you a special shout-out. How about that? Jen wants to know, how will it end? You mean how will the stream end or how will the show end? The show is going to end with someone finding a cure. That's the way I feel. Z Gaming 999. Hey man, question. When Tara woke up at Oceanside, I'm pretty sure I seen Rosita there. No, Rosita wasn't there. Absolutely not. No, I mean Rosita was she was questioning her quite a bit. And she was none too happy when she didn't bring anything back. You know what, Herb Holmberg, I like it. I love where you're going with that. He just coined a phrase for a t-shirt that says, pole dancing is for Sunday mornings. Hey, we could market it. Herb, I'm actually going to promote you to the head of marketing for 999 Gaming. That comment alone just got you a promotion. Sean Cobras, Kills. In Zombie Apocalypse, where is 999 Army's meeting point? Okay, that's a good question. Let me throw it out there for you guys. Zombie Apocalypse, where do we meet up? I'll take suggestions right now. I'm actually curious about this one because I want to see where people would go. Bobby Mixky. I'm going to go with that. Love your show. Will Rick survive the show? Yeah, I think so. Larma, we're not going to freaking Tokyo. Tokyo is an island, first of all. Number 2, there's a whole hell of a lot of people in Tokyo. That's not where you want to be when the outbreak happens. Trust me. Come on, man. Give me a better answer than that. Tyler Johnson says Waffle House. Moody Girl says the casino. Okay. Walmart. Several people. Walmart, Costco. Okay, I see why you guys are saying Walmart and Costco, because you guys want supplies. Jen says at her casino. So now we got to be specific. It's not just a casino, it's someone's casino. Alabama. Okay. Just Nebraska. I'm not going to California because that's where Fear the Walking Dead was. So our episode would not be very good. Sorry, Josh. Sorry, Angela. I'm not going to California. You guys got Fear the Walking Dead. But see, on the East Coast, we got Alexandria. And people tend to do things a little differently around here. Wyoming, Alaska. Yeah, it's a great question. I've never thought about it, but Walmart, I don't know. Maybe, no, military bases don't work out either, Tobin, because they tried that in fear. We saw what happened with military bases. And I thought a boat would be good. But obviously, a lot of our myths are did not hold true. Do you see why so many people die in a zombie apocalypse? We got a room of 100 and something people, and we can't even freaking decide where to go in case something broke out. That's why people die. And that's why you got to think about this stuff in advance. So I'm just, you know what, I'm just going to pick a place and then we'll figure it out. We're going to storm the White House. It's safe. You figure they're going to either put somebody down like, what, 5 floors or something? Or they're going to fly them out? I don't know. It's the best I could think of. I mean, that's what Abraham, they were going to D.C. They were trying to get there. Disney World, the Titanic. Okay, good questions. All right, everybody, we're going to start to wind the stream up. I've got time for 2 more questions, and anything to do with Walking Dead Season 7, future things that we want to work on, things that you guys would like to see, leave them in the comments. I'm going to pick a couple random people. So DC seemed like a decent thing. And not now, Shanny. But I'm not going to get into politics on this channel. One thing I will promise you guys, I will never, I'll leave it alone. You can never win with that. Staying in Florida. I do miss Florida. There's a lot to do. But I guess you're going to have to go to areas that are just not, you know, very populated. Mall of America. Herb says, go to Canada. There's some really nice walkers there. A. And you got Bob and Doug McKenzie. Take off, you hoser. Tristan, our name is the 999 Army. What else could it be? All right, one more question, and here it is. This is Lindsay Luke says, Kills, do you think Jadis and the Scavengers could turn on Negan as easily as they turned on Rick? Well, I do. Depending on what the 10 and 12, where she put her head down and sort of walked away, she realizes that Negan is already backtracking on their deal. She says, deal is for 12, right? 10, 12. And he gave her the look, and it was 10. So absolutely I could see them becoming kind of freelancers somewhere along the way. So I see you, Great Dane. So we're going to wind the stream up. Thank you, everyone that is here. Appreciate everything that you guys do. Truth Tropical says we'll meet at some type of club so we can do pole dancing. So that would be the official pole dancing of 999 Gaming. Hey, I'm a step ahead. Might get those lessons. Check out the Patreon site, and maybe I'll use whatever money is over there to get singing lessons, and then I'll work on... I should have changed that. Instead of singing lessons, I swear I should have changed that site to say pole dancing. I'd probably have like 1,000 sponsors at this point. So, you know what? Maybe I will do that. Once I hit 1,000 sponsors, I might release a pole dancing video for you guys. Maybe not. All right, we're going to get to the shout-outs. Thanks, everybody, for being here. A little bit serious, a little bit goofy, but this is how we run things, and thank you so much. It's time for some shout-outs. Those of you hanging around for another question, you can roll out if you want. Those of you that want to be a part of 999 Army and stick around for another 2 minutes while I do some shout-outs and take all the credit, because you deserve all the credit for everything you guys do, then hang out for another 30, 40 seconds. So I want to say what's up to Jen Fasulo. Thank you for your interaction, your comments. Sin Miller, pleasure. Alexandra Bates posted a comic book reading just for you. So Shanny D, thank you for being here. No pole dancing Mondays. Pole dancing is for Sundays. Lisa G, thank you. Working Dead, appreciate you being here. Michelle Yang, you will be Lucille at some point. I swear to you, it's going to happen. There are rules. It's going to happen. Clemson Fan 96, Salem Blue, thank you for being here. Truth Tropical, Sean Cobras. I think one day what I'm going to do is I'm going to surprise when I do my vlog. Michelle's going to be doing like a makeup tutorial, and I'm just going to have the bat and just it'll be like a Halloween video for her, and it's be like, here, this is your Negan, this is your Abraham makeup look. This is what it looks like. So yeah, something along those lines. Diane Estes, thank you for being here. Northside Queen, Tommy McCandless, Moody Girl, Preston Riley, Joshua Fett, thank you. I kick things. I'll give you a shout out if you kick things. Abraham kicks things, and he eats snakes, right? Sharon Doble, thank you for being here. Steph Richardson, appreciate you being here. Erica's Wacky World, thank you. Jewel Deal, who will save your soul. Gene Atkins, Calm Fang, Teresa Brown, Trevor HG, Raiden Roach, thank you for being here. Kicks Are Life. And if you want to check me out on Kick, it's KILZHOT. Angela G, thank you for being here. Appreciate you showing up and being involved in the stream. That is awesome. Israel Marion, Big Daddy. And a couple people might have skipped over. El Kukui, as always, thank you, my man. Amarillo. Tommy McCandless saying 999 forever. Tyler Johnson is like a hot popsicle on a summer day. That is a bad shout I just gave you, brother. You're supposed to be like a popsicle on a hot day. So figure that one out. You're like hot soup on a hot summer day, Tyler Johnson. I just totally mixed it up. Blew your mind, didn't I? Lilium, thank you for being here. Carol McFry, appreciate it. To all the new people that are here, it's first time in the stream. If you want to throw a 999 up there, appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully you're part of future streams. We just hang out, keep it casual. Rebecca from Texas, thank you for being here. Edna Tellis, appreciate you being here. Edna, I don't think I've seen you in our stream before, so you might be new. If you have been in stream and I missed you, I'm sorry. But sometimes I recognize some new names or I don't see them. Noah Dill, thank you for being here. Savage, appreciate it as well. Benium Elias, thank you. My 999 brother. Jim Crutchley, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Jen Fasalo wants a song by Queen. Oh, man. I paid my dues time after time. I've served my sentence, but committed no crime. And sad mistakes, I've made a few. And that's all the Queen that I'm going to sing for all of you. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate everything that you guys do. Be some videos next couple days. And don't forget, Chill with Kill Sunday morning and also Sunday Spoilers. This network is growing out of control. See you later.